the person that we love is gone, is missing physically, but we're not alone. And I keep saying that, especially when we lose a loved one. And then when it becomes personal, it's like it goes out of the window, and you ask all these questions: why me? um, and in a selfish way, we're asking about, why did you leave me, why you didn't take me, things like that. But we have to understand that person that leaves us from this physical life, because they leave us from the physical life but not the spiritual life. If they're meant to be in our journey spiritually, they stay within us. Okay. And so they surround us, and they find ways to protect us and send us messages of love, or messages of just letting you know that they're there. And sometimes they frighten us in the way that they come, but they don't mean to, they don't understand. But you have to understand who or what that is, because not necessarily can be them, right? But when we lose a loved one, we go into such stage of devastation that we do not know how to handle it. We do not know how to grieve, because we were not taught. Like, we were not taught to be parents. We were not taught to be daughters and sons, etc. We were not born with those lessons installed in us. And that is the purpose of why we are here in this earthly world, because we are to learn those lessons, adjust, and teach them as well, and take them along to the next cycles of lives. And so what we have to learn to adjust, because it will never be the same when we lose a loved one, is to adjust to physically not feeling them, touching them, hearing them, and seeing them. And now we have to open our inner self, our inner spirit. Remember, I talked about in the beginning of those two, the physical and the spiritual. So now we have to learn to concentrate and come within forth with the spiritual, in order to connect with that loved one that has passed on to that life, the spiritual life. It's like a butterfly that they let their shelf out, which is the flesh, and moved on to the spiritual life. And they will continue there doing a number of things, continue their journey in the spiritual sense, healing their energy of all the karma and all the life that they led here in the physical life. And they will build into that until their next cycle of generation of journey in the physical life here in the earthly world or in any other space. And so, and in that meantime, we are still here to continue our journey and our lessons, our karma lessons, what we are sent here to do, what we chose to do, because we've chose to build on these energies, to build on these experiences. Okay. And so from that time, from that moment, you have to understand, and it will take a while, it might even take years. For some people, it never ends. Understand about adjusting without that loving person that you love so much, that you were used to being with and around with, holding them, kissing them, etc. So when that energy, when that physical life is gone, then adjust to the spiritual life again and say, okay, I welcome you. I can see you, I can hear you. And just be at peace with that, and then interact with that energy as the space falls into another sector of your physical life. And I hope I'm making sense with this with you and whoever's listening today. But every day we lose a loved one. Every day we hurt and cry for a loved one. Every day that passes, we wish to hear them, we wish to feel them, we wish to touch them, and we wish to just tell them in front of them that we love them and that they're everything to us every day. You may not see them, but they hear it, they see it, they feel it. If you're feeling it, it's because they're also thinking of you at that time that you're saying these things. So build on that positive. Build on the positive things that you did with the people that you love, that they're no longer here in the physical life, but they walk next to you in the spiritual self. They really do. we are so earthly bound in this flesh that we are not connected to the spiritual life. And in certain cases, we're very lucky that we get to experience this, and get to know about this and get to see what else is out there besides the physical. We're very lucky to experience that and to know of our loved ones in the other side. Very fortunate to do so. It will, in generations to come, this will be the circle of life, because in generations to come, we will walk next to that loved one that passed. We will walk next to them. We will be able to sense the energy more strongly and physically. We will be able to see their aura next to us as they walk through. And we will be able to have a source of energy where we can connect with them. We struggle now because we're so incarnated into the physical life. We're so in tune with what is going on with this material life that our spirit is not, again, back to the beginning, it's not entwining the way we're supposed to. Okay. And so when we're in the heavens, we give ourselves, we accept the challenges and the lessons that we want to learn. But it's not as real as it is when we enter into this physical life, into the physical body that we take in. And so therefore, it's like it's in a snap, you forget who you are, you forget your spirit, you forget everyone that you ever met in your previous lives. But yet it's in turn in our thoughts and in our memories, it's in turn with our self-being that we get deja vus through it. We get all kinds of dreams with it. We get whatever you want to call it. But in turn, it comes in with us. And so therefore, through our lives, we'll be experiencing past lives matters, especially if there were drastic passing or drastic actions in those lives before, that they come here more strongly. And so maybe one of these days we will talk about this live or indoor. I will make a video about this. In this year, I have had a lot of clients losing loved ones, and myself, and so we want to be more acknowledged of the fear of death. We want to know more of what's out there for us. And so we will definitely touch bases on that. And I say we because my spirit guides are telling me. And so therefore, we're going to open that door that some people are frightened to open. We're going to open the door to enlighten ourselves and give room for our souls to grow more into our physical self. Okay? I think it's about time now that we understand that we can cry for a loved one months to come, years to come. But the longer we are in that stagnation energy, that is negative energy, the longer their energy will be dismissive of us and us of them. And so we need to learn to find a way to embrace when a loved one passes, because it is their chosen time. Whether it was drastic or not, it was their chosen time, whether they chose to or the universe in their journey of life was chose to. And we need to learn to be open to that, receive that, and from there move forward and understand them and us ourselves, what's next here in this physical life for us and them. And then from there, acknowledge their passing, but also at the same time acknowledge who they are, who they have transferred to or from into that life. Because as we suffer, they suffer. As we joy, they joy. We are one. Whoever you meet in this life, it is because it's meant to be. Whoever your journey comes forth, it is because it's meant to be. We have energies or people or spirits that come forth in light energy in seconds, 5 seconds, 5 years, 10 years, you name it. So anything that comes your way, it is for you to find experiment in, enlightenment in, and also for you to give back in that form, in that shape. You understand? I know that disappointments is in your energy, but there's also vibrant energy within you. There's also light. There's also beauty within you. And I feel that you need to focus not more in that now. In the you. In what it is the purpose for you now. And the purpose for you is to be happy with who you are. Because you are perfect how you were made. You are perfect with the experience and the lessons that you have here in this earth. Because you have to think positive. I already lived all these things that I desire, and probably you desire them because they were that joyous previous to this life. You understand? And so be positive, think positive, and virtualize all of that. Okay? So we are going to close the reading on that. I do not I feel that their energy doesn't want to be as specific with me today. I feel that more than anything, they wanted me to talk to you. They wanted me to be there for you because they feel that you feel incomplete, that you feel that you're alone, that they feel that you have nothing or no one to go to talk to, etc. And even if you did one or two friends, does not feel like someone that you can trust. Either way, they're telling me my baby is alone. My baby needs me. She needs protection. She needs this and this and that.